Good morning, students. Today, under general knowledge, we have to learn a chapter named Technology of the Future. Page number 80. Take page number 80, please. The name of the chapter is Technology of the Future. Let us see the first one. Universal translators will be able to translate something like 6,000 dash into your native language. So it is a type of translator. Translate means it converts one type of language to another type of language. That is called as a universal translator. So nearly 6,000 languages they just translate nearly 6,000 languages into your native language. So with the help of this, a number of books and movies and conversation we have to enjoy with our own language. Move on to the next one. Harry Potter made the idea of dash popular. So I think all are well known about the familiar picture Harry Potter. That person can make the idea of flying car. So flying car is an event that can be occur in Harry Potter movie. And that movie name is Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. You just watch it, the flying car. So with the help of this flying car, the person can easily move from one place to another place whenever that patient face difficulties. So people are looking forward this type of flying car to reducing both travel time as well as the number of road accident by using this. Okay, move on to the next one. The Internet of Things is a concept. It is a concept in which all the appliances and devices will be connected to the internet. So IoT is a concept in which all the appliances and devices can be connected to the internet. We already learned in the computer science, I think so. So telecommunication plus what are the impact of IT in the society. So and it can easily communicate. It helps us to communicate easily with one person to another person in all the levels. Okay, so they have to tell that this will help them communicate with each other without having to turn them on or off. So let us underline the important keywords for this page. First one, universal translator, 6,000 languages your native language. Next, Harry Potter, flying car, reducing time and number of accidents. Next one, IoT, that is Internet of Things concept, appliances and devices connected to the internet. On to the next one, geom. Geom is a word that refers to the meaning geometry. Geom editing involves altering DNA to improve human life. So DNA treatment, I think all are well known about the stem treatment. The stem cells is a cell we just save it like the blood bank. We just save the stem cells in the stem cell bank nowadays. It is very useful to remove the hereditary diseases. Okay, it is very useful to remove the that is generation ஒரு generation the some of the person facing the same type of disease, for example cancer, diabetes, like that. No, so with the help of altering the DNA of that particular person, it improves the human life without affecting any serious hereditary diseases. It may result in human being born without diseases and may even create superhumans who don't get tired and don't need sleep, etc. On to the next one, ingestible robot. Ingestible robot is a type of robot. That robot can be placed inside a tablet. Okay, and the person can swallow the tablet. How the robot can work, it means these robots can send into the bloodstream to repair the body from inside. So within the body, with the help of magnetic effect, with the help of magnetic waves they just produce from external surface, this robot can come outside from the tablet and operate the portion wherever necessary inside the human body, so that it is it can be very much reduce the surgery amount, plus it can avoid the persons to stay in the hospital for few days. Okay, ingestible robot means it is a type of robot that can be sent inside the body of the person to do operation without any surgery. Now underline the important keyword geom, improve human life without disease, human superhumans. Ingestible robot, bloodstream to repair the body from inside. Scientists are trying to dash Mars. Scientists are trying to colonize Mars as an alternate place for our increasing population. Now we are well known. Most of the person can colonize in Mars. Okay, that person can already book a ticket. These type of messages can circulate nowadays in WhatsApp. From this we have just concluded that scientists are trying to colonize in Mars. For what problem? To it is a alternate place for our increasing population. With climatic change, it can become essential for us to find another home to live in. Next one, nanotech fibers. Nano, the word nano refers to the small, okay, milli. So, nanotech fibers with smart technology will create a smart cloth. That cloth can alter the climatic condition according to that environment. According to the environment, if it is so hot, means that the cloth can make the person to chill. If it is so chill, means that cloth can alternately give the warm effect to that particular person. This technology will regulate body temperature and possibly change the shape according to the fitness of the viewer. Next is singularity. It is a very important concept. This concept that makes the human and machine will one day become one. So it is similar to that of the brain transplantation. Okay, the brain transplantation. The machine can operate like that a particular human being. Okay, with all the human mind sharing the same space as machine. But for singularity concept, most of the person can oppose that concept. It will create a much more a dangerous effect. They have to tell that. But all this what we have to learn till will be only in a trial basis. It can be only on trial, not they have to apply nowadays, but in future we just think these are applicable in our day-to-day life. Now important words, you just underline it. Mars, alternate place for our increasing population. Nanofibers, smart cloth, change shape. Singularity, that human and machines will one day become one. Next, move on to the next lesson. Very important chapter. Mesopotamia. Mesopotamia, take page number 84. Mesopotamia is a region now called as Iraq. Okay, let us see what of the familiar paths that are available which leads to the modern civilization of day-to-day life. The first one, the Sumerian civilization, which took form in about 4000 BC, that is before Christ era, developed cuneiform. The Sumerian civilization developed a type of writing. Look at the picture. This type of writing is called as cuneiform. In this type of writing, all the letters are in wedge shape. Wedge shaped means it is sharp at one end, and that is V shaped letters. Okay, that can, how they have to produce means with the help of clay tablets. Clay means kalimana. So they just, with the help of clay tablets, they just write it on the clay tablets, and the type of that writing is called as a cuneiform writing. What type of letters they have to use means wedge shaped letters. Move to the next one. The Das is one of the world's first great work literature. We are all well known about the great epics of our country, Ramayana and Mahabharata. So at the time of Mesopotamian civilization, what is the name of that the famous literature means? Epic of Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh is a person, a famous king at the Sumerian civilization. That person is a famous king. That person is familiar with the his strong and brave activities. Okay, so that person's life history can be narrated in Epic of Gilgamesh. Underline the important keywords. Sumerian civilization, first written script cuneiform, wedge shaped. Next one, world first great literature means Epic of Gilgamesh. Sumerians are credited with incredibly important inventions. So Sumerian civilization is, we thank to Sumerian civilization so that we have the vehicles today. They are the first person who created the wheel. So with the help of wheel, with the invention of the wheel only, we just produces a most advanced type of vehicles nowadays. So Sumerians are thanked with the invention of wheel. What is the evidence that the Sumerians is the person who first invented wheel means the images of chariot that can indicate that this is the type of people, that people only first introduce the use of wheel. They have to create the wheel. Underline the keyword Sumerians are credited 3000 images of chariots. Next one, Sumerians used a dash to denote a ownership of property. So look at the picture. It is called as a cylinder seal. They just use a seal. Okay. Nowadays, most of the institution have a separate seal for their particular. For example, in our school also they have a seal now which indicate that Mount Jan Metric Higher Secondary School. That is that like of seal can be used by the Sumerians, which is used for the purpose means to denote the ownership of a particular person, property of ownership of particular person. They have to use a special type of seal. That seal is in cylinder shape. Okay, nowadays it is compared to that of our ID card. Then the Mesopotamian civilization is characteristic by ziggurat of wood. That means it is familiar with that of terraced compound. That compound can be created with the help of sun-baked and fire bricks. They just construct a building with the help of bricks. That bricks are made. Bricks are used to make the terraced compound. Okay, that is familiar for that region. Around 3000 BC, the Sumerians had a cultural relationship with Akkadians. Okay, Sumerians had a cultural relationship with Akkadians. The Akkadians were living in the place of northern Mesopotamia. So what is the language of Akkadian means? That language related to the language of Hebrew and Arab, which is called as the Semitic language. Let us under the important keyword cylinder seal, ownership of property, today's identification card. Next one, the ziggurat of wood, that massive terraced compound that is built with the help of sun-baked and fired bricks. Then cultural interaction means they have to the Sumerians had a cultural relationship with Akkadians. That Akkadians belongs to the northern Mesopotamian region. What is the language that Akkadian means? Semitic language. It resembles the Hebrew and Arabic. Next, around 2334 BCE, Sargon is the name of the person, that king. Okay, that king from the Akkad dynasty. So Akkadlenda Sargon person came to power. So this is the first king who introduced the dynastic empire. That person can rule both Akkadian and Sumerian. Okay, then later they can be replaced by means of Levant. Next, the empire of Akkad collapsed with 180 years. Okay, after first the king of Akkad dynasty is Sargon. That is a person that Akkad dynasty is called as the first dynastic empire. That empire can be collapsed within 180 years. After that, who came to power means the Assyrians were the dominant power. Okay, before that, first that Sumerians had an interrelationship with Akkadians. Then from the Akkadian side, Sargon is a person who ruled that both Sumerians and Akkadians. After that, Levant came to place. Then after that, Assyrians came to power. Then Babylon was a major minor city-state. It is an important city-state in central Mesopotamian region. This Babylon is that Babylon is a place which is an evidence for modern civilization. Okay, most of the modern civilization, the Babylon is evidence that Sumerian is the birthplace. Sumerians or Sumerian civilization or Mesopotamian is the birthplace for the modern civilization. The reign of Hammurabi made it most powerful empire in the world. Let us underline important keyword. Sargon is the world's first dynastic empire. Next, that empire can be collapsed within 180 years. After that, Assyrians came to power. Then Babylon is a minor city-state. Then reigns of Hammurabi. Hammurabi is a place which is helpful for archaeologists. It is a powerful empire in the world. Next, dust written on stone slabs. So Hammurabi's code, it resembles to that culvet. Now today's we just learned that culvet. No, so Hammurabi code that can be written on the stone slabs, which indicates the life history of ancient Sumerian civilization. It is the oldest deciphered writing of significant length. Okay, it is the basis of many laws codified even in modern times. Next, the Babylonian Empire was sacked by inventors. It can be erased by the inventors. Persians. After that, the Babylonian Empire was erased by means of the Persians. That Persians can be ruled over until the time of Alexander the Great came to power. Underline the important keywords. Hammurabi's code. It is a stone slab. It is otherwise called as stele. It is a deciphered writing, basis of many laws that can be codified. Then Babylonian Empire can be erased by means of Persians. Persians can be erased by means of Alexander the Great, who came to power. That's the end of the session. Thank you, students.